What's up, guys? This is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another Michigan recruiting report. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Get notifications every time we drop a new video, and also subscribe to the Wolverine.com if you want more Michigan recruiting intel on the transfer portal, intel on the team, basketball, whatever you want, plus a great message board community. Make sure to subscribe to the Wolverine.com. Use the promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com. All right, guys. Like I said, we're back with another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 key recruits visiting Michigan this weekend. It's the last visit weekend before National Signing Day. So it'll be interesting to see who shows up on campus. Here are 5 names that are scheduled to be there, and this list could obviously grow. So make sure to subscribe to the Wolverine.com for daily updates. But we'll go ahead and start off with top 100 wide receiver commit Andrew Marsh. So Marsh is committed to Michigan. He's been committed to Michigan since August, but he took a visit to Washington over the weekend, and that kind of raised some eyebrows. I think that Washington has done a good job of maintaining contact with Marsh throughout the season. They've pitched him on their pass-happy offense. They've tried to ramp up their NIL with him as well. And if you remember, if you followed the Marsh recruitment closely early on, Washington finished second to Michigan. If you also remember, the day that Marsh picked Michigan, there was some concern about Washington that same day. Now, the good news is Michigan's getting him back on campus. They can kind of negate that Washington visit. They can continue to talk to him about their own NIL package. They can continue to pitch him on coming in and being a day one difference maker. And they can talk to him about, what the solution will be for quarterback moving forward, which I have to assume is one of the biggest concerns for Marsh. But right now, I'm not too worried about Washington. We haven't put in any flip picks or anything like that. And the fact that he's visiting Michigan again this weekend is certainly a positive. All right, so Marsh isn't the only highly touted wide receiver coming in this weekend. Javin Bogs, on 300 wide receiver, committed to UCF. Just picked up an offer this weekend. Now is set to be on campus for an official visit. Boggs is a top 250 recruit per the On3 industry ranking. I think he's a top 250 recruit. I love Javin Boggs. He is a teammate of top 100 2026 Michigan quarterback commit Brady Hart. They have great chemistry. Every time I've gone out to see Brady Hart, Javin Boggs makes plays. He's 6 foot, 200, just a really good compact slot receiver who can also line up on the outside. Elite route runner, great hands, fits the Michigan offense well. So I think if you can add Javin Boggs late, that would be great. He's already flipped 3 times. He was initially committed to Ohio State, then Missouri, now UCF. Michigan's coming on late. So, hey, why not flip a 4th time? It would be, again, a great add for Michigan late in the cycle. So, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm just really high on Javin Boggs. I think he can also be an immediate impact player like Marsh. All right, let's talk about Andrew Oles, top 100 Michigan tight end commit coming in. So Oles committed to Michigan in the summer, but he has been flirting with other schools. He's taken visits to Alabama, Notre Dame, Penn State, Oregon. I think of those schools, Oregon is the biggest threat. They are also set to host him for an official visit on November 30th. That is the final weekend before National Signing Day. So Oregon is a concern. I know the Ducks recently landed a tight end commit. They're trending for top 100 tight end Kendra Harrison in the 26 class. They're still in the mix with Lincoln Cure this cycle, but they love Andrew Oles as well. He had a great visit out to Eugene. He connected really well with tight ends coach Drew Maringer. I think that, again, Oregon, of those schools that Oles is considering, is the biggest factor here. Now, this weekend is pivotal for Michigan. They can continue to sell him on being that Colston Loveland replacement. They can talk to him about whatever needs to be talked about with NIL, Oles's concerns about potential sanctions, and the future of the quarterback position. I think that's really big for Michigan this weekend, not just with Oles, but with Boggs and Marsh. And I think with Boggs, you kind of have a built-in advantage that he's Brady Hart's teammate. But I think with Oles, you kind of continue to sell him, hey, we're still in it with Bryce Underwood. We're going to hit the portal hard. We have Brady Hart coming in. We have a plan. So same thing with Oles and Marsh. But yeah, I think that, it's going to be tight here down the stretch for Michigan to keep Oles, but this weekend will tell us a lot more. All right, let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball. Michigan bringing in 4-star edge Toby Hightower out of Texas. Now, Hastrup's not a prospect we've talked about a lot. He was set to visit Virginia this weekend. He canceled that trip, now visiting Michigan. The Wolverines would love to get another edge in this class. Hastrup's kind of a late riser. Texas A&M's the leader on the On3 recruiting prediction machine, but it's kind of unclear where the Aggies sit. Texas Tech's also involved. Missouri, Oregon's getting his last visit. USC recently hosted him for a visit. So I think this recruitment's kind of wide open. He's still getting familiar with all the schools, but Lou Esposito has done a nice job in a short period of time. I think we'll know more about where Michigan exactly sits in this picture coming out of the visit. And last on the list is going to be another defensive player, and that is top 100 Oregon cornerback commit Brandon Finlay. Finlay visited Michigan for the game against Texas in September, now set to return for his official visit. A lot of people expected him to flip to Penn State by now, but as of today, he's still scheduled to take that trip to Michigan this weekend. Penn State's the heavy leader on the On3 recruiting prediction machine. But I think Michigan secondary coach Lamar Morgan has done a really nice job of recruiting Finlay. Finney's always been that priority along with Shamari Earls. Obviously, Morgan worked some magic and flipped Earls from Georgia, so he's going to try to do the same with Finlay here. But yeah, if he does make it to campus this weekend, which as of today, it's still set, I think Michigan has an outside shot here. I think where Michigan has the advantage over Penn State is NIL. I know it's kind of crazy to say given Michigan's past NIL stance, but Penn State doesn't really do a ton of NIL. I think Michigan can put together a competitive package, much like they did with Shamari Earls, and maybe make this late run for him. So we'll see how that one turns out. And that would be the dream scenario. I mean, a corner class of Shamari Earls and Brandon Finlay, that was the dream two for me. So I would be over the moon if Michigan landed both of those guys in this class. Like I said, the list will continue to grow. Head over to thewolverine.com. We have updates on who's coming, who's not coming, etc. So again, make sure to head over to thewolverine.com. Subscribe right now using that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com. Get premium insider recruiting information, team information, and so much more. And also like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Get notifications every time we drop new videos. We will see you guys next week.